guys? Johnny Sports Talk here. Just got done watching Eagles Redskins, and our season's over. Another year in a row. Season's over. Before week 17. Saturday night, Eagles Redskins division rivalry. Division championship up for grabs. And the Eagles dropped a huge dud on this game. Now, the final score was 38-24, and honestly, it could have been much worse. From the jump, the first drive by the Eagles started off with the ball. They marched down the field and got big touchdown, and they really took advantage of the Redskins' mistakes on defense in that first drive. And the script flipped. Redskins came back, tied it up, and the Eagles would never see the lead again. And again, no surprise, the way the Eagles lost this game, penalties, turnovers. What a shocker, you know. We've been dealing with this all season long with this football team. Penalties and turnovers have been killing us all season long, and this game was no different. This game was so tough to watch. By the end of the third quarter, I couldn't watch anymore. It was too heartbreaking for me, knowing that our season would be over again in a game that we should have won, a division that we should have won. And then in the end of the third quarter, the rain started pouring and coming down hard. Redskins were up 23-17. Eagles just came back and came within a touchdown to take the lead. And in a play that really symbolizes our whole season, I believe it was 3rd and 1 or 3rd and 2. It was 3rd and short. It wasn't too far off. And this Sam Bradford does this little pitch on the shotgun to DeMarco Murray, and due to the slippery ball, DeMarco couldn't grab the toss and fumbled it, and Jason Kelsey kicked it, and it fell right into D'Angelo Hall's hands, and he ran it in for a touchdown. And that right there was a dagger to the game, to our season, and more importantly, it really, like I said, symbolizes what the fuck has been going on all season long. You know, DeMarco Murray had a solid game too, but in that play, we saw our quarterback, who we traded our previous quarterback for, with a second-round pick to St. Louis to get this guy to come here. And we saw DeMarco Murray, who we signed a big contract due to the fact that we got rid of our last running back, LaShawn McCoy. And we see it's our whole season. That play right there symbolized the whole season to me. And of course, there was drops on drops on drops. All season long, we've had our wide receivers not come up with these big plays when we need them to. Drop by Josh Huff, drop by Riley Cooper, drop by Nelson Aguilar. You know, we've got to find this offseason a big-time playmaker that can catch the ball and make plays. Other than those two wide receivers I mentioned, if I'm the Eagles, I am looking for new wide receiver help this coming off season. As far as the defense goes, last night they played okay, I guess. The secondary definitely played better than I thought. You know, they didn't let Deshaun Jackson and Pierre Garçon torch them, but Jordan Reed, who has been coming up all season long, he's been part of everyone's fantasy team. Every big fantasy guru I talk, he's been a top pick every week in fantasy football. But regardless, he can play. The kid, that was my first glimpse of him last night. The kid can flat out play. He runs great routes. He has great hands, and it's funny because he was a former quarterback, and he torched us last night. He torched us pretty good. But other than that, I thought the secondary did okay, I guess. Malcolm Jenkins, he is someone I want to see in Philly for the next 5 to 7 years. He is a great safety. Now, what separates Malcolm Jenkins from the elite safeties in the National Football League is his hands. He doesn't have the best hands. There was at least 2 opportunities I saw that he could have had an interception that could have changed the game. He's great, one of the best tackling defensive backs in the NFL. But going forward, we gotta find a ball hog. Gotta find someone who has a knack of making big plays when you need it. Now, last night, the pressure on the quarterback has been something that has been inconsistent all season long, but we've seen that this team can get pressure on the quarterback in the past. Last night they couldn't get pressure on Kirk Cousins, which is part of the reason why they torched the Eagles last night. They didn't even run the ball that much. They didn't run the ball that effective last night. There was no reason why, Kirk should have had all that time to throw. They just flat out couldn't get some. I think they finished with a sack or 2 or even 3 last time. I'm not sure, but regardless, just overall, not just with the defensive line and the defense, but this team has been playing inconsistent all year long, which has to do with discipline. Now, as we know, season's over, but we still got one more game to play. Got to go up to New York, face those New York midgets. But this game is big still, for one reason and one reason only. Draft positioning. Chip Kelly, please do not make the same mistake you did last year. Please. I would like to see some of the younger players. I would like to lose this game. I would like to pick in the high teens if I can. If I can. I realize this year NFL has not been the best. There's a lot of 5-6 win teams out there. But Chip, I need to go 6-10. You have been making bad mistake after bad mistake. I need a higher draft pick. Please, Chip. Now hang in, Eagles fans, because we're about to witness one of the craziest Eagles off season in a while. Even crazier than last year. And we know how crazy that went. Giant Sports Talk. Go Eagles!